Hi everyone. So this might be my last YouTube video ever as an undergraduate at Stanford. And that's because tomorrow is my graduation and I'm getting my bachelor's degree. I guess. It's a ceremony, so I don't the official thing doesn't happen for another 6 months because of some weird complications of me taking a quarter off. But don't worry about that. The ceremony for graduation for me is happening tomorrow. I think it starts at 9:30 a.m. It is currently 2:39 a.m. at night, so it's like literally less than 7 hours away. So I should go to sleep like right now. But you know me, you know how I roll. I stay up late and then I don't sleep enough. So that's just how it is. But um, I don't know. It's a very reminiscent time. The fact that like 4 years have passed here and now it's all done. Of course, it's bittersweet. There's like happy parts to it. There's sad parts. But I was gonna say that I think my dorm room, it's very small. I think I already showed you all of it. I got the short end of the stick for my last year here. So I think as I move out of this room, it will be nothing but positive vibes because I'll just be glad to be out of here for once. Um, yeah, so since I only have maybe 8 or 9 hours left as an undergraduate at Stanford, I figured why not take this time to look at something really old on h1s.net. Now, when I first made this interactive game-ish thing, I thought people would find all the Easter eggs and discover the ending, like the true ending of this project. But over 10 years have passed and not a single person has gotten even close. So I figure I might as well just show you because otherwise the world will just never see it. And I figured that the release date of this thing was somewhere between February and June 2009. And that's because I know it happened before BFDI, because BFDI like changed my life and I stopped working on other projects when that started. Well, that's not true, but whatever. But it's also after GTTT, this game, because it has more advanced coding concepts than this game. So I know it's between those two. Also, I remember, well, the text is really dense here. I remember when I released the first season of it, I showed it to my friend Tucker in 6th grade at the computer lab. And for me, 6th grade was August 2008 to June 2009. So because GTTT was January 2009, that puts the range of this thing to February to June 2009. So whatever. Okay, so the thing I'm talking about is called the Super Short Stick Figure Show right here. And there's 3 seasons, and I don't want to say I invented anything before it was cool, but it's essentially a group of 3-second videos that are supposed to be like one simple joke that's really funny. So that's like Vine before Vine existed, because I don't think Vine happened until 2013. But these are 3 seconds instead of 6, so it's even shorter. Tag, you're it. Whoa, tag, oops. Ha 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 ha. Okay, obviously that wasn't funny. Remember, I was only 11, whatever. Um, these are all like very simply animated. There's like no color except for the background. Like I thought that was the fun visual style, but now it just looks lazy. However, I don't think short videos is a very interesting concept, right? It's like anyone could come up with that. What I do think is pretty cool is that I had a video player. Like I tried to create my own video player. Well, it's not as impressive as say YouTube because this video is all in the vector format, which means that I don't have to worry about compression or loading things in chunks. Everything is just preloaded and it's really fast and there's no lag. So yeah, like just because I said I made my own video player, it's actually not that impressive. But what I do think is cool is there's like not as much lag. You can like scroll these around pretty quickly and like it kind of works. But there's also like fast forward. Okay, fast forward doesn't seem to be working very well. Like, you can go backward, but like YouTube didn't implement the 2 times forward feature until recently. I think like 2015 or something. But I had it running in 2009. Okay, so like get on my level. Yeah. Like, see, like, I think it's more than 2 times. It looks like it's about 5 times speed. There's also these buttons that are very hard to read because it had black text on dark blue. But this one's random. It just means like if you have it here and click random, it's like Brownian motion. It randomly goes forward or backward 1 frame, which is like stupid. Yeah, something's like glitching out. okay, now it's working. Like, why would you want to watch random? That's dumb. This is like backward one frame, forward one frame. I think this is really good. On YouTube, this is the equivalent of pressing the greater than and less than keys on the keyboard. But like, it's really helpful for if people implement like a one frame message that they like as an Easter egg that they don't want people to really see. Oh, you can like see how I did the head rotation that way. Boom, 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 boom. And then main menu just goes back. And there's also scene selection, but like that's pretty standard stuff, right? And then one last thing is you can click play all if you don't like clicking so many times, and it'll just like go through them rapid fire. Now, I said that there was something I wanted to show you that no one discovered for 10 years. So there are videos of people on YouTube like just playing these weird 3-second videos out. So like that's not the thing that I thought people could discover. This is like just the surface. What I wanted people to find is much, much deeper. And I don't know if I should wait for this to play out. Like you've already seen this, but I mean, I guess it's late, so I should just get to it quickly. Season 3 is the Easter egg special, and that's because it's just full of Easter eggs, and there's one final thing that you're supposed to discover at the end that I don't think the world has ever seen, despite it being online for over a decade. And I'm going to show you how to get to it. So, the super short stick figure show season 3. Oh, by the way, season 2 is boring. There's nothing special about it, except for the fact that I lip synced this person talking without audio. What's your fave phrase? Which is a stupid thing to do. Anyway, season 2, boring. No need to pay attention to that. Season 3, interesting. So, the idea was you would find these Easter eggs and collect them over time, and eventually put them all together to get the grand prize. Notice it says enter code here. Well, where do you get the code? I tried to like logically design it so that as you watch through the videos, you would find it. So you didn't see any weird Easter eggs there, right? So just move on to the next one. I'm watching. Well, okay. So like the joke is, this person set off the trap, but someone else fell through the trap, and that's like injustice. But then the person who fell through the trap found treasure, so it's like injustice to the injustice. So that's why it's just called traps. But whatever. You didn't notice anything Easter eggy about that video either. This one, well, it's a weird video. There's like a machine that you press to make things fall over. See, you press that, it makes it fall over. But there's the word hint. If I roll over it, there's text. Text says traps third from right, M jog second branch. So that's 2 clues right there. So traps third from right. What that means is if I go to this video and highlight the third to the right block, it's yellow. So I'll click on it. It takes me to the first letter of the code. Well, actually it's not the first letter. You can see down here it's the third letter. And what I think is actually interesting about how he did this was that the code is different every single time you load the game, which means that you can't just find the code once, memorize it, and then tell your friends that code. No, your friends have to go through the whole process too to also get their code. So for me, the third letter is D, and I don't want to like try to remember this in my head because I might remember wrong. So what I would do is I would type what I knew about the code in my browser like that. So __D __, because there's 5 letters and I only know the middle one. And there's also this like really long story that like you think you can just skim over because the only important information is down here, but it's actually important. So let's read it. Okay, some of the things that I wrote are so like childish. I don't know if I mentioned, but I was 11 when I made this whole thing, or maybe I had just turned 12. So forgive any silliness. It says, okay, you reached a story. You want to hear it, don't you? You're dying to hear it. Dying! Gag! Oh, also, I think my audio levels are kind of low. If I bring it close... Oh, that was really loud. You'll just have to turn up the volume. Well, too bad. You don't get to hear it. Well, okay. Only if you can read this or ignore it. Your brain is smaller than I am. Okay, so here's the story. Once upon a time in the mystical land of Doi. Doi, okay. There lived a man whose name was Your Name. Whenever one of Doi's citizens would ask, your name, what's your name? Spit it out, you slowpoke. He'd say, my name's Your Name. So they'd say, oh, well, my name's John. So, hello, John. How do you How do you know my name? You're a spy, aren't ya? Send him to jail, folks. The end. Yeah. What a stupid story. But I think you have to remember that, or if not, there are other cases that you do have to remember the text. Anyway, we got our first code. Actually, I could probably enter it here. Oh no, that gets auto cleared every time you come back to the main menu, so that's not worth it. But remember, when we got here, we had 2 messages. The other one was mjog second branch. Well, if we just keep watching through these, Unfair World, Morning Jog. The 5th video is called Morning Jog. That's mjog. Now, if we watch it, first just to know what it's supposed to be like, the funny thing that makes you go ha 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 is like he's running on his morning jog. He's avoiding all these tree branches, but then one tree branch is on the ground and like he runs up it and then flies into the sun. Ha ha ha. But then the clue said second branch, so you roll over the second branch. It gives you another clue. Click the rocks like this: middle, right, right, left. Click on the middle position on the wall. Also click here. So that's 3 clues at once. See, they're all branching out. So first off, remember that sequence middle, right, right, left, because that is important later. But secondly, we can just click this to get another clue. So it says you must, see, this is what I like about it. I said you must need, well, okay, the grammar's wrong. It says you must need to know the story to know the 5th letter. Oh, I'm not going to re-record the whole thing, but if you want to find all the Easter eggs yourself, obviously, like, stop watching. I guess it's too late to say that, but, it's kind of fun to explore the Easter eggs yourself. I'll put that in the description and the title, whatever. Okay, so you have to read it, and I'll just read it real quickly. The 5th story is what you have come across. Wanting to read it is what you should be doing. Reading it is what you will be doing. Talking like this is what I should stop doing. I guess it's like Yoda speech where the predicate comes after or before the subject, which is annoying sounding. Okay, so here's how it goes. Here's misspelled. Ugh. Once upon a time, wait, no. Starting with that is what too many stories do. Yeah, Yoda speak is back. Oh, I forgot to stop talking like that. Oops. Please accept my sincerest apologies. But not my 4th most sincerest apologies. Ha 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 ha, so funny. Ha ha ha. A cold is what they should have. Oops. Gosh, dumb is what I am. Okay, now it's not making sense at all. Wait, so anyway, back to the story. Long, long ago, no, that's too common. I'm running out of room. Yeah, because you spent so much time saying stupid Yoda sentences. Type the first letter of every line of this story into the box, all lowercase, no spaces or anything, to watch the story. See, okay, so you just look at the first letter of each line and type it. So TRWOSTACWNRIW. Hooray! That's the movie you get to watch, is someone getting hit on the head. Wait, actually, I wasn't looking at the letter. That was dumb. One thing I was worried about for the longest time was that the font of this text is like a weird font, and I was worried that like if the computer didn't have that font, it would replace it with like sans or like Arial or something very basic, and then everything would get shifted, and then you wouldn't have this code again. So it was like hard coded in. 5th letter is H, so I'll put that in. So, I mean, I don't know how fonts work with Flash. I think it's auto-loaded into the SWF, so it should be fine for all computers. But if you see a different font here, then your code isn't going to work, and this whole thing is not going to work. So yeah, that's that one. Now, remember, we got 3 clues here. We already used one of them. So the other clue is click on the middle person on the wall. Well, if you remember watching an old movie from a long time ago, this one, oh wait, no, not that one. Have we even gotten to it? Oh, we didn't watch Unfair World, but if we were to have watched Unfair World, ha ha ha, funny. There's a picture on the wall. There's someone in the middle, and the clue was click on the person in the middle. So let's do that. Okay, another story. Do you want to hear a story I guess I came up with? Okay, a story. Once upon a time there lived a girl. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, a girl. This person's name was Joanne. She was named after her mother. She went to the 1st grade. I want a doll, Joanne would say. They're right over there, Joanne, the teacher would reply. Where? She'd ask. Right over there, over by Ron. Who's Ron? Is he that smelly boy? Then Joanne would get in trouble, just like her mother. Then a decade later, Joanne started to drive. Oh, this is so interesting because, like, 16 is the age that people in the United States learn to drive, but I was only 12 at the time, so, like, for me, that was, like, a future thing to happen. Anyway, oops. Oops, did I just hit that bush? No. Oh, woo. You just knocked over their mailbox. That was irrelevant. After another decade, Joanne had a baby, so she's 26 now, so that makes sense. The baby was a person, as you know. If you really have to know what happened next, read the third line again. I really like this thing, because then you go back to third line. So it's, the story says, after a decade, Joanne had a baby. The baby was a person, as you know. This person's name was Joanne. She was named after her mother. So Joanne had another baby named Joanne, and it had like who goes through the exact same situations and like, you know, gets in trouble and knocks down a mailbox. So it's like a cool meta story that loops. The first letter of the code is J. I think that's pretty clever, and yeah, I'm proud of my old self for doing that. Oh, also the codes are all just random strings. It's just like there's no word. It's just random letters. Okay, so we just keep watching stuff, but then we remember that this also had another code. Click the rocks like this: middle, right, right, left. Well, we haven't seen any rocks, so we just gotta keep watching and see if we ever find rocks. Here's rocks right here. Okay, well, first of all, just watch the funny animation, because that's what it's supposed to look like. But then if you look at this, by the way, when you roll over text, it pauses the animation because it takes a long time to read. Anyway, those are the wrong rocks. I fooled you. You done goofed. But it says, not these rocks, but hint, they're behind a tree. Okay, so this one is a parody of a older cartoon from season 2, but I don't think it actually has anything important regarding the code. But if you watch the long one, okay, first let's just watch it. Okay, so a pineapple falls from the sky. This guy's chasing it. They both want the pineapple, but I guess there's like an intruder system, and like these bullets are trying to stop them from stealing the pineapple, but they still get away from it anyway. Oh, and then they tackle each other, but the pineapple falls off a cliff and nobody gets it. Ha ha ha, so funny. But remember that clue said the real rocks are behind a tree. And okay, why does this bug out so much? I swear this used to work. This used to work a lot. Maybe it's because I'm zoomed in. Well, it doesn't matter. I hope you trust that it in some browsers under certain settings it works. Anyway, there's a tree. You click on it and the rocks are behind the tree. Wow. And what was the sequence that the morning jog cartoon told you to type in? Middle, right, right, left. Wow. Oh my god. It's another letter to the code. The fourth letter is L. So let's put that in before anything else. By the way, my code here, which is J something, D something H, that could have been the word Judah, like just by coincidence, but not anymore. It's L. I think this story is irrelevant, so I don't have to read it, but I guess I could. Toot, you want to hear a good story? Oh, you don't? Why don't you? If I told you I'd die if I didn't get to tell you my story, would you want to hear it then? Wow, that's manipulation, threatening suicide. It's not a good tactic. Anyway, no, aw. Gee, I didn't know you could be so mean, you smelly rag. Oh, all my sentences were questions up until the 7th. Boo-hoo, I was hoping for an all-questions story. You're a cloth, right? You're a smelly rag, remember? Hardy har har har. See, some of these things just don't make any sense. I guess that isn't funny. Oh, would you like to go to Hawaii? Why? Oh, wait. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Why? Hawaii is better than that warm, humid Louisiana, everyone. I had never been to Louisiana, and I still haven't, so I wasn't one to judge. You won't find the second letter of the code exactly right here. Nope. You definitely won't find it here. Not a chance. Don't even try. Hey, I noticed something. Something cool. The first and last letters of a line are the same. C. Oh, I actually didn't know that until now. So if you look at every single line of this story, the first and last letters are all the same. Well, I had to do that for the rule. Bye, I'm good as new. Okay, cool. Well, the fourth letter was L, but you obviously have to click here to get the second letter, which is V. And now we have the whole code, JVDLH. Wait, that's weird. It's a search term. What's this? Something random, but I guess enough people searched it that Google remembered it. Anyway, Here's another story. Ugh, you figured out I was lying. How could you? Once upon a time there was a boy named Jim. Jim blinked. The end. Ha! A short story. Ha 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 ha. Are my laughs too long? Yes? Well, hear my cries. Wah! Ha, you, I win. I'm a winner. Okay, well, I guess that's it for right now. But let me tell you something. The you. Oh, right, when I was little, I used to say the you a lot when I meant you. Like, oh, I would say things like, what do the you want from the store? It was stupid. The you must have rolled over hints in time to tip, right? Okay, that's it. Oh, dumb orphan. Yeah, orphan is a term for a word that is the only word on a line because of the way the lines are broken. So that's not really referring to anything. Besides, we have all the information we need for the code, so it's not like there's anything else left to discover. So JVDLH, actually, for dramatic effect, let me just type it in one by one. Hit OK. Teehee. Oh my god. Oh, I laughed. Oops. Yeah, okay. These buttons all are weird. Okay, I'm going to release. Is it right? Well, first of all, okay, well, that was right. This is the thing you're supposed to find. It's this platformer. That's the big thing that the world has never seen. What I wanted to see was if you do it wrong, what happens? Oh yeah, I like this. It says access denied. I remember I thought this was so funny. The access denied text is smaller than the OK button. And also what I also thought was funny is that the letters OK, when mushed together like that, looks like a stick figure rotated with its head here, or head and legs. You can see it, right? And then teehee, oops, I laughed, oops. Okay, like, yeah, so, okay. Oh wait, this also has like hover text, access denied, yeah. Okay, anyway, so the prize you get for playing this whole thing and going through all that is this platformer, and you can jump, and the end goal is to land on that platform, and that's it. So if anyone wants to speed run this, well, that would be a horrible experience. The timer ends when you land on that platform. But this whole thing is supposed to be customizable, so you can actually use these arrow keys to like increase your gravity. See, now I can't jump as high. I can't even make it to the first platform. I can also lower gravity, and now I can jump all the way to the top. Yeah, and you can also change friction. So if it's higher, now I can't move as fast left and right because there's like more horizontal friction. And if it's 1, I just zip around like it's like I'm ice skating. Oh, gravity is not high. Oh, I can make it, yeah. And then I wanted to make it so that you could click on platforms and drag them around. And actually, thinking in retrospect, that wouldn't be that hard to code. But I wasn't that smart yet, so I couldn't get that to work. So if you want a new level, you just click randomize. And everything, including the platform's length, location, and these like general world parameters are randomized. And that's fun, I guess. Most of the levels that are generated are impossible. But I remember like when I first made this, I would like constantly click randomize and then try to beat the level, meaning try to land on the highest platform, highest white platform. Obviously the red ones kill you, so you don't want that. And I forget what percentage would actually be beatable, but I bet it's like 10% or something. So like for this one, you can get up to, oh, it's past 3. Okay, I'm gonna get like 4 hours of sleep. You can get here, but you can't get any higher. I mean, whether or not the level is beatable comes down in large part to what the gravity parameter is set to. Because if that's set to like 10, pretty much every level is going to be impossible. But this one's possible because I just beat it. Yeah, so that's fun. It's so weird to think that this is literally over a decade old. I mean, it's just the code that makes this work has been sitting on h1s.net like completely untouched for 10 years. Like not a single... Well, I mean, it could be the case that somebody has found this but just not reported it. Actually, that's probably pretty likely. But still, it's relatively unknown. And yeah, it was 2009 when I made this, and now it's 2019. So it's time for the world to see it. In regards to like if you actually want to speed run it, I actually feel like it would take you like 10 seconds, because all you have to do once you know the where the Easter eggs are is like, you come here, you click here, you click, you memorize that. You go here, you go here, you click, I mean, obviously I don't have my strats down well enough, but it's just a bunch of clicking in the right spots. The sequence, mid, right, left, you already have that memorized, and then you already know you click here and you memorize. And so like this could get ridiculously fast, but that's also a reason why it would be stupid to speedrun it. Yeah, so that's the Super Short Stick Figure Show Season 3 Easter Egg Edition. I definitely feel like this is why I love programming. It's just the fun silliness you can make, but also kind of the depth of like worlds you can create. It's like you can create your own universes, and other people can explore them, and I really like that. I think I've lost touch of that a little bit lately, because coding these days, at least for like CS classes and like internships and jobs that have been more relevant in my life now, has been all about creating, I don't know, algorithms, applications that are more UI friendly, and like, I don't know, measuring efficiency. It just doesn't feel as fun as it used to be. But you know what? Age is just a number, so I should like rekindle that old carry spirit. Also, I'm looking at this. Everything like everything's a button that shouldn't be. I forgot about that. Oh my god, that's funny. Just like the fact his mouth is like a perfect circle, perfect ellipse. Do you not trust me? Wait, I wonder if I like click 1,000 times if something's gonna happen. Like, I honestly don't remember. Probably not, but like, yeah, that's funny. No, what I was gonna say is like the episode numbers. It starts at 19, and I was like, why does it start at 19? But every season had 9 episodes, so like the second season would start at 10 and go to 18, and the first season is 1 to 9. Yeah. So that's all there is to the SSSFS. I doubt a season 4 will ever come, because I don't think it's worth it to make any like Flash applications anymore, just because Flash is dying. Support's going to end in 2020. So if I were to make a season 4, it would be on a completely new platform. I don't know. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling kind of sleepy. Also, there's like something on my bed here that I want to show you guys, but it's like a secret. And like, if you're one of my close friends and you know what it is, then you know. But there's like a non-disclosure agreement. Okay, you know what, I'm not going to talk about it anymore, because I think I've revealed too much. Yeah, bye everyone. I'll see you on the flip side when I have my bachelor's degree.